Media integration is a very important concept in HTML5. So this is one of the concepts that was brought on board for you to be able to accommodate the videos. Maybe sometimes you want to embed some videos from another platform, for example from YouTube. You want to give some location through the Google Map. So this information, most of the time, if you're taking some information from another website, for example a video sharing app like YouTube, and you want to use it in your website, it is always recommended that you use an iframe. So in this case we are going to discuss how you can go to do that using an iframe. Another thing that media is very important in this case is that sometimes you want to incorporate some text. Some people have some hearing impairment, and therefore you want to ensure that they hear what you're saying, or they can be able to understand what you're trying to communicate in your website, and therefore there is need for you to know how to integrate the media tools in your website. Another thing that's very important is that sometimes you want to run an advert, and therefore when somebody loads to a certain section of your website, automatically the page start now to be able to play that video, and therefore that is very important for you to understand the media integration. Now going further, now we can start with the iframe. An iframe basically is a window in a window. An iframe basically means a window in a window, and an iframe in full mean inline frame. For example, if you want to take a request, or maybe you want to have a request for the code to embed a video from YouTube or a Google Map into your website, you are required to have an iframe. So for example, this is my video. So if I just go to my video here, you can see that this is my video, and in this video I want just to copy the link, or I want just to copy the code. So what am I supposed to do? I right click here, and then I say copy the embed code. So when I click here, you realize that when I go to paste to my Visual Studio Code, if I go and paste that code here that I've just copied, it is going to come in form of an iframe. It is going to come in form of an iframe. You can see here we have the iframe. So this is an iframe. Yeah. So this is an iframe that gives us the total how that website is going to be displayed. So okay. So if for example I save this and then I just go and refresh my page here. If I save this and I just go to refresh my page here, you realize that it is going to come in form of an iframe. You can see. Yeah. So my website, yeah, the web page that I've just created is having an iframe, and you can see the iframe is here in this website that I've just been able to create. That's how you can be able to include the iframe. Now another thing that you need to know about the iframe, that an iframe has got some security concern, and that concern is what we call that sometimes the hackers will want to use some pop-ups, they will want to use some forms, they want to use some scripts so that to get some information from you. And therefore if you use a sandbox attribute, it's going to help you to get rid of all this disruption or all this information from the hackers. And how can you be able to incorporate the sandbox? You incorporate the sandbox by writing the word sandbox. So by so doing, you will be eliminating forms, the pop-ups and the scripts that might be able to be used by the hackers, so that to get some useful information about you. Yeah. So this is just an example of an iframe that is applying the concept of the sandbox. So let me try to add the sandbox here. So the sandbox is supposed to be added in this form. So let me go here. So this is autoplay. Okay, so this is the title. You can see the title is here. So I can also be able to add here the sandbox. So let me just put the sandbox at the end here. So if I scroll up to the end, before the end of the iframe, okay, so this is the closing iframe. So I need just to put before the end of the yes here. So if I just put there sandbox, you can see automatically when I start typing, it just displays there. And then you can see that allow forms, allow what are you going to allow. So you can see in this space you are going to give us what are you going to allow and what you are not going to allow. So if you can say allow forms, that is what is going to be added in this case. Okay, So that is exactly how you can go to set the sandbox, so that you can go to eliminate all the security concerns in your website. Very good. Now when you go further, we go to the second type, that is adding a video. Now for example, I want to add a video into my website. Okay, so the first thing that you need to include is the word video, and then the second attribute that should be going inside the video, it should be the source, that is SRC. Then give us the source of that video, and then you can be able to specify the width and the height of that video. Poster, basically in this case, is the image that is going to be displayed before the image the video start playing. That image that is displayed before the video start playing, we call it the poster. Controls, basically these are the icons that enable you to control, for example, stop, play, pause, and so on and so forth. So that's what we call controls. Autoplay means that when that particular video has downloaded enough chunk of, when you have downloaded enough chunk of that video, you can as well be able to go ahead and do what, and play it. After it has downloaded enough chunk of the video that is embedded in your web page, it is going to run automatically. So that is exactly what is happening in this scope, and I've already explained all these concepts. You can see here we have talked about the source, I've talked about it, we have talked about the width and the height, I've also talked about the poster, and then I've talked about that. So I have got an image here, I've got a video here called new, and therefore we're going to try it out. So we are going to, let me just copy the, let me just get rid of this because I'm done with it. Okay, so issue here. Okay, so let me just get rid of this. Good. Now I'm going to have image, the video. I'm going to have the video, and then I say SRC is equal to, where is the image, the video located? Is located in the current directory or the current folder, and the video is called new.mp4. Automatically when I start typing, you can see it is going to display here. Now here we are going to say that we are going to specify the width. We are going to specify the width, and then we are going to say the width is supposed to be 200 pixels, and then we are going also to set the height. We're going to set the height to we are going to set the height to 200 pixels also, and then we are going also to set the poster. I have got a poster here, so this poster is supposed to be set to /, and then you can see we have got the poster here. So I have got a poster here, I've just been able to capture it, yes, PST. So when I click on it, I can be able to go ahead and do that. And then another thing that we are going to put there is the control. We're going to put the controls there, and then we are also going to put the autoplay. We're going to put the autoplay at the end of that, and then after that we are just supposed to close the angle bracket, and automatically the closing tag will appear. Now when I do this, and then I just save, and then I go to my web browser, and then I reload this page, automatically you can see it has already loaded that page the way I want it to be. So you can see the controls are here. So you can see the control for play, we have the control for voice. Okay, so you can be able to increase the voice, you can be able to put it in full screen. You can also be able to have the playback speed, picture by picture. So these are the controls that you're going to have. And then here we have got the progress. You can see the progress is appearing here. Now for example, if I get rid of this part, the control for example, and then I save this, and then I refresh my page, automatically you see the controls disappear. Yeah, so that's how controls are very important every time you're talking about the video tag. Yeah, so that's how that is very important. Now we say that autoplay, automatically when this page loads, it is just continue, it will just start to play after it has loaded enough chunk of that. Yeah, so if I do this, you can see it is already playing. Yeah, so it's telling you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Kindly do so if you have not done it. Okay, now going further, we want to talk about the audio. Now audio is a very important concept also. So it happens that sometimes you want to include an audio into your page, so it's not quite different with what we are doing here. So this is just an example of audio. Now this audio is made up of multiple audio files. We have got the MP3, we have got OGG, you have got the WebM and so on and so forth. So it forms something like a playlist in this space. So you can see here we have got an ordered list of all these audios that you are going to play in this case. So you always start with the audio tag, and then you have the closing audio tag. So for example, in this particular space, I just want to add a very simple audio, specifying the source and also specifying the autoplay and also the loop. Basically, when you talk about the loop, means that it starts again after it has ended. Just start again after it has ended. Now if I go to my my text editor, and then I start with audio, and then I say here src, and then I say dot slash means current directory, and then I choose that audio file. So the audio file is here. It is called movement.mp3. so when I click on it, it is going to load there. And then you are also going here, you cannot specify the width or the height, because an audio is an audio file. It's just an audio file, therefore there is no need for you to specify the width and the height. And then another thing that you should specify, you can just say the autoplay, and then you can just say loop. Okay, so by so doing, and then you just close that audio file, automatically when you load it again, you should be able to see the audio file appear in your page. Okay, so I think it has been embedded somewhere inside here. So let me just put the BR here so that we can separate the two. Okay, so let me refresh it. I think it has not captured yet. I think the image is not captured yet. Let me go back. Okay, so it seems that this version of MP3 is the one that has not been supported by this browser at the moment. The MP3 version. It's not that the MP3 itself format is not supported by Chrome. Maybe this version is not supported by this Chrome browser, because I've tried to check that everything is intact. We talk of the source, it's okay. Talk of the directory where we are trying to refer that file. That file is located inside that directory. So here is the file. The file is inside this directory, and therefore everything is intact on my side of code, but maybe on the browser side of it, that's why it is not able to run. But that is exactly how you are supposed to add an MP3 or an audio into your HTML. Okay, so that is all about the videos and the audios and the iframe. Another thing that you can be able to talk about very quickly is the aspect of the canvas. So a canvas basically is the one that is used to create to help the user to draw with a set of JavaScript function for creating lines, shapes, fields, text, animations, and so on and so forth. So you can set the canvas for you to be able to incorporate the drawings of your user into your website. And then if you want to do that, this is how you can go about it. You need to start with the canvas tag width, and then set the width and set the height, and give us an ID of the same. So if I do this, I just can copy this code, try to check if it is going to run in my VS Code here. So I have that code there. Okay, so I just want to make sure I copy this and I paste it here. So put it here, try to save this, and then try to reload it. Okay, so it is not able to display the canvas. It's not able to display the canvas, and then we have got, I think, the array. Okay, let me get rid of this. The width and the height has already been set. Now it does not support. Okay, it does not support. Your browser does not support the HTML5 canvas. Try using Chrome, Safari, or every other thing that you are going to use. So I think everything is set, but I think this website is not able to support. If I copy this and then I try to check, in case there is any error. Canvas is okay. So let me just try to check if there is any problem with this. So I think it's just the web browser is not able to support these two file formats. I'll check with the version of my Google Chrome to see if there is any problem with the display of these two, audio and the canvas, that has just occurred in this step, because looking at it in this manner everything is intact and I think it should be able to just run. Let me try with a different web browser and then see if it is going to give me the output that I need. So let me try. Let me open it with let me say Microsoft Edge. Let me see if the Microsoft Edge will be able to run this. So like I said that this Chrome browser version is not able to support audio and canvas HTML tags. That's why you can see it is not loading anything, but the code that I've just written is correct and everything is intact, and all the sources I've been able to capture is okay, and everything that is captured in this scope is very much okay. And therefore there is only one problem, that maybe the version that I'm using in this case is the one that has a problem. So if you have a better version or a recent version of this, is going to give you automatically the response that you need. So thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel so that when I create the next video you will be informed. Bye bye for now.